Hello, hello, hello. Hope we're all doing good today. I've had an absolute nightmare of a morning. Everything that could have gone wrong when I had stuff to do today did go wrong, but hopefully it's all been sorted now. And now I get to just have a bit of a relax and chill out watching, playing some Control. We're now on to the final DLC, for which actually I'm gonna change my outfit. Go back to civilian, but I think gonna go for my favourite thing. Stick on that one. But look at the other ones just be sure. Yeah, I'll keep this one on for now. There's not really much point doing any of these anymore. Get rid of the foundation ones. I'll sort out some other ones once I start this DLC. Let's see what else there is. Still that one that I can't do. A lot of mods I can't get either. But for now, before we start, I did accidentally spoil the start of this DLC a couple of streams ago when I accidentally walked a bit too close to that lift. So basically, you wander over here, and then suddenly, when you get to about here, you get a new hotline entry, but it's not from anyone we've met so far. It's from a certain disheveled looking man at a typewriter. So, before we go any further, let's have a watch of this one.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there. A presence. Jesse Faden could hear it. A call. It was faint, reaching for her from a dark place. Faden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. From her guiding star and the previous director. She was the perfect receiver. As if she'd been made for this. Faden paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle, trying to make her act. Faden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss. So it wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission. It was powerful, but it was coming from far away. And made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man. A man desperate to escape. She sensed something else, too. A hunger in the dark. Not unlike the hostile resonance. Waiting. She knew that desperate acts can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights winked back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation Sector. Faden pressed the button. The elevator doors slid shut with practiced bravado.
So yeah, Alan Wake is back, and we have a new destination. The investigation sector. I think, if I remember correctly, we have seen the investigation sector mentioned a couple of times in like notes and things. But it's always been about stuff to do with Bright Falls. But for now, let's head down. Hello? I was about to say, it's very dark down here. We have, oh god, this map, I forgot it's huge.
Hello?
And yeah,
Anyone here?
Very dark.
Guess not.
What's that?
Seems a lot more crowded than the rest of the bureau.
What's this? Missing agents. Mr. Kirkland, here are the latest confirmed missing presumed dead from the containment breach yesterday. Agent Jonathan Connor, researcher Ezra Cruz, Agent Caroline Dempsey, Agent Lindsay Malcolm, Agent Charles Murray, and Agent Derek Shah. Letters of condolences will be delivered to you to sign prior to sending them to their families. You will be updated as soon as additional confirmations are made. Also, per your request, a network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not archived yet, and the only hard copies of reports exist behind the firebreak. They're lost, I'm afraid. That was in 2017. I'm sure this game takes place in 2019, so it's been 2 years. A lot of reading. Darling investigation. Summary. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, an internal investigation D-084-5 was launched into the ethical practices of Casper Darling, head of research. Despite the accounts of anonymous blank regarding inhumane treatment of a blank currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during the investigation. The majority of blank sector personnel seemed to be wholly unaware of any such blank contained there. One blank confirmed the blank's code name to be blank, but all files pertaining to that name were inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were simply blocked from entering the blank research wing to interview its staff. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warranted humane treatment. While the investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into blank research. Refer to file for full report. Well, it's nice to know that Mr. Darling continues to do dubious shit at this place. Casey inquiry. Mr. Dennis, a request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all our files on Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of the author, Alan Wake. Per the Interagency Information Exchange Agreement, I had some paper pushers gather up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm writing to let you know that we received this request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing the name with the most famous character in Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with the writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I'll start surveillance on this guy. Special Investigator Gleason. Well, that's worrying, isn't it? Well, not worrying, just interesting, I guess. Hello? Sector Head Office in Fire. Staffing issue. Mr. Dennis, so yes, there's an increase in AWE cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems that a tiny little detail has slipped through the cracks. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing and the ones who left for other departments after Kirkland quit, we're barely managing to keep up with the workload. Hell, just filing the paperwork for all the altered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing, And this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. It better not be sitting on your desk. The people are getting restless, and as Kirkland's interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Best regards, Agent Grayson. Sounds like this place is having a lovely time. Also, interesting mention of staff being lost in the Hartman thing. Curious. But yeah, we can't get through the fire break at the minute.
It's not working. Probably a loose power core somewhere.
Slightly worrying. More stuff. Resignation letter. Blank of blank 2019. To whom it may concern, it is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as head of investigations for the Federal Bureau of Control. I do this in protest of my rampant disregard for my department's blank. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame this situation on our blank, who has routinely ignored my request for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigation sector lost to the blank loose inside. Oh joy, I've got something to look forward to when I go in there by the sounds of it. I will never forget the screams of brave agents begging for us to open that fire break. I will carry that shame for the rest of my days. The blank has failed his agents. I shall never forgive him for that. Sincerely, William Kirkland. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that last sentence is the director has failed his agents. So, while you can barely see over there, the fire break is blocked off. Like they've barricaded it shut. Something got out in the investigation sector, killed a bunch of people, and now has to be blocked off. And so the investigation sector for the last 2 years, I think, has been working in this one room. And that's it. And they've been trying to get in touch with Trench, and Trench just did nothing. Ooh, tractor supplement. Note, miscommunication led to a local coroner examining the body of William Burrow. Burrow William, male, Caucasian. Case summary, 33-year-old man found dead on his property per police report. Remains obtained from coroner's office also include blood, urine, bile, stomach content, and bone fragments. Autopsy findings. Blunt force injuries, head, lacerations, left ear/cheek, blunt force injuries, extremities, dislocation of right knee, complete avulsion of the right upper extremity with associated fractures of the proximal right humerus. So basically everything from his elbow to his hand was just gone. Extensive trauma, abdominal region. Complete avulsion of multiple organs, including stomach, heart, liver, pancreas, kidneys, and portions of the large and small intestines, all missing from the scene. Conclusion. It is in my opinion that Mr. Burrow's death is not the result of a mechanical accident as claimed by the authorities. The removal of organs is consistent with animal attacks. Well, that's fucking worrying. Hey, let me through. Let me through. There we go. More reading down here? Ooh, more reading down here. Keystone inspection. Mr. Kirkland, we've stopped at Keystone on our way to the target AWE, like you asked. I'm sending my report directly to you to try and keep a lid on the Grumman/Morales desertion issue. We didn't find any signs of them here. Given their record, it is possible they've switched teams, like you suspected. But I don't think that's the case. An event definitely occurred here in Keystone, and I think Grumman and Morales got caught up in it. The entire population has vanished into thin air. Reminds me of the Ordinary case, but that was just the adults, if I'm remembering the file correctly. This is different. I think our guys are casualties, not traitors. If it was an AWE, it seems to be over. We walked through the whole town, and the only strange thing we noticed were markings on various buildings. 2 overlapping circles with a dot in the shared space. Could be unrelated. I'll show you the pictures when I get back. In the meantime, you should send a team out here to cordon this place off and maybe get the comms guys working on a cover story. Sincerely, Agent Keenan. That's worrying. I'm fairly certain, if I remember correctly, I'll have to check next time we're there. The two overlapping circles with a dot in the shared space, I think that's on a door in the ocean view. Whenever we're next there, I'll have to check it out. Oh look, here's where the power core should be. More readings. Tractor procedures. Oh yay, more of this disemboweling tractor. Item is not in Bureau custody. None known. Oh, for containment procedures. A Frank Elk tractor. Olive green, dried blood on the grill when last seen. Item is capable of vocalized response, or growls, and unmanned locomotion. Considered highly aggressive and dangerous. The item first came to the Bureau's attention after the death of William Burrow, owner of Burrow Farms outside of Trenton, Texas. Local authorities arrived on the scene after an employee found the mutilated body of Mr. Burrow beneath his tractor. Police arrived but were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panicked calls to federal authorities were intercepted by Bureau communications staff. A team was dispatched. Upon arrival, the agents approached the item. It responded by growling like a bear. 3 agents were injured when they tried to detain the item, which escaped. Aerial searches of the area are ongoing. Speaking to Mrs. Burrow, only revealed that she had a domestic altercation with Mr. Burrow earlier the night of the incident. Whether these events were connected is currently unknown. So somewhere in Texas, there is a loose, rabid, animal-like tractor. Joy of joys. Anything more up here? 'Cause I think... Oh, there's something. Is it up there, or do I have to yoink that one out? Ethics investigation. Office findings reports RE the Prime Candidate Program, internal/confidential. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigations P-142-9 was launched into the legality of the Prime Candidate Program blank by the Federal Bureau of Control. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation use executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, anonymous sources and documentation declassified by Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarmingly clear picture of systematic blank and blank. Blank were brought into the oldest house and placed under blank examination and testing with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. This program has produced no successful cases and only resulted in the traumatic blank of paranaturally inclined blank. Not only is this in breach of the Ash Act, but it flies in the face of basic human blank. This investigation team unequivocally blank the Prime Candidate Program and recommend that it be blank immediately. But at least it's good to know that at least some people in the FBC saw the Prime Candidate Program and went, no, that's fucked up, right? Cauldron Lake update. To Chief Investigator Dennis. It happened again. 3rd time this year. Something certainly has it out for blank. Could be raccoons. The locals clearly complain about them enough. But why the hell would raccoons keep going after monitoring stations? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got a bureau tech going to the site next week to have a look. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House research station. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on blank lake if they won't let me see any data? I assume that's Cauldron Lake. Hell, I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their information with investigations agents. It's only a matter of time before this blank hits again, before this shit hits again, and I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why the Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might invest in some raccoon traps. Sincerely, Agent Estevez. It's fun going back to this after playing Alan Wake 2, because there's so much there in this one page that I'm like, ooh, we get answers soon. Anyway, let's have a quick peek up here before I yoink that power core downstairs. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. Oh god, there's so much stuff. So much lore, so much goodies. Oh, shaded facet. That was one of the things I needed to upgrade. Some stuff. Underhill background. Oh, about Underhill. Dr. Raya Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist stationed in the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits, and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Dr. Underhill has no known connections to para-criminal organizations or any record of breaching her NDAs since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behavior has been ideal, with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector, and revisited intermittently ever since. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding a solution to the mold threshold issue. More stuff to read. Quickly finish reading all of these. Trench official warning. Kirkland, I'm growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are the head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think would happen holding a dangerous specimen in investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. And don't you think its petty internal investigations have gone past my notice? And don't think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice. You are a worm. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You are both failures, plotting against me. You are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You are choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Dr. Zachariah Trench, Director of Federal Bureau of Control. So I'm just going to point out, when he says lines like you are a worm and the truth will emerge out of you and you don't want to be, those are part of the Hiss's incantation, which is slightly worrying that he was already starting to sound like that. Official findings report. RE blank. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, blank was launched into the blank of Director Zachariah Trench. A recent change in blank witnessed in Director Trench includes aggressive blank when blank with other staff has been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting the issue rather than proving it. Notable blank between Director Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous Bureau staff, although both declined to meet for an interview on the matter. Witness accounts suggest their arguments center around the Dimensional Research Wing and the blank kept inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trench's blank as anything more than interpersonal disagreements. This investigation has concluded that Director Trench's behavior is not indicative of any blank and that his fitness to lead is not in question. Well, that's kind of awkward, knowing what we know. Let's just drink that from here. Into there.
Now that gate should open.
Fabulous. Sweet. And, ooh, more reading. Specimen Escape Assessment. RE Incident A-49. The purpose of Internal Investigations X-039-7 is to examine the containment failure of specimen SI-1 that resulted in the death of blank agents. An inspection report of the containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researchers' notes of the specimen from the internal network. On the blank of blank, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggressive blank. Cross-referencing this date with various logs found only 2 events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. 1. The air filters were changed, and 2. An hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice Blank entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. See interview number 65-F-124. Given their connection to the same AWE case, it is likely that Miss Blank's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape and to the blank. Investigation is ongoing. So whatever is hiding in there suddenly escaped because an hour prior, Alice Wake turned up to have an interview. Oh dear. Before we head over there, let's do this. Perfect. And we're going to have a quick look at the board countermeasures. I don't need the 2 foundation ones. Or the maintenance ones. Okay. I'm hoping for something that will appear in the investigation sector, but doesn't seem to be the case. Foundation, let's just get rid of those. Really? Can you give me something in the investigation sector? Unbelievable.
I'm no detective, but something definitely happened here.
Yes. Ooh, light switch cord. Over that second. Quick peek through here. Yes, more reading. Blessed Organization. Paracriminal profiles. Summary. This group/individual has operated outside of the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activities over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranatural materials. In 1994, a Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in an illegal use of an altered item. In 1988, a business called Blessed Repairs and Services was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals have ever been located. However, their connection to appearances of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest ordered has been issued for any person believed to be involved with the Blessed organization. This is also, like by the other one we just read, our first mention of paracriminal organizations. And I kind of love the idea of paracriminal organizations. Excuse me 1 second. My dog is wandering around like he needs the toilet, so I will be right back. Hello, I'm back now. Sorry about that. Let's head into the ocean view.
Do we know each other?
Ooh.
This feels familiar. I can't seem to... I've forgotten it. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake. Who are you? Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
That was just a role. A character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration. You need a drink. Gib es.
Endless darkness. Nothing holds still.
But we're very close now. You've been writing. You found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Riding.
You found a way!
No. I don't... Wait. There's something. It's my double. He's out there. I've seen him.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
Well, we're definitely in the deep end of weird
Who was
now.
Alan Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about. What's he doing here?
Very good question. Also, yeah, the spiral is now Alan Wake's door.
Zane was with him. The poet. No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
Interesting thing to remember wrong. But let me just quickly check. There's one with a C sort of thing there. There's a white pyramid across from the black pyramid, the black inverted pyramid. There's this weird door within doors. Here it is. The two circles with the dot at the intersecting point. This is the door they were talking about. Those two dudes just vanished through. Hey, is it me? Or is the ocean view a lot darker than it normally is? What's the posters actually? These are just seen in America. I was like seeing if there's just like little references or something. Oh. God, that's loud. Stop that. Shush. Oh, well. Oh, it's this thing. Stop that. Is the door opened, or do I have to... There we go. Oh boy.
Dr. Emil Hartman, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Broke loose, killed everyone it could, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. A resonance. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Well, we're definitely gonna have to. I'm just gonna quick check those. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to listen to that one in full. That's some juicy details.
Dr. Emil Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too scared to do before. Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay, violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC, brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound. A resonance. It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's one, why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect. But it didn't, and it wasn't. Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source. A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Well, that's some juicy gossip we've got going on right there. So the thing that is currently roaming around the investigation sector is Dr. Emil Hartman, the bastard from Alan Wake 1. For some reason, he jumped into the lake, became consumed by darkness, became taken, and then the hiss turned up and changed him into, quote, something else. I forgot how much I love this DLC. I say that for every aspect. That's not the button I meant to press. I say that for every aspect of this game, but genuinely, I forget how much I genuinely fucking love this game. Every aspect, every little detail. Oh god. Ooh. Oh, I was really hoping to get through that. Something tried to break out there. I'm going to assume the thing that had been Hartman. Got my new slam attack as well, we can just do that. Excuse me. Yellow paint. Or is that? Oh god, that's a lot of blood. Is that? Oh Jesus! I've never noticed that before. Fucking hell! They really did quickly close the fire breaks. Here we are.
Damp and abandoned. Why did Wake want me to come here?
Oh, nothing in here for once. Okay. Oh yeah. The weird bit, you can't really see it in the darkness, but this is happening.
That doesn't look like a house shift.
Jesus.
Do I even want to know?
Yeah, before going back and checking through those rooms. I'm going to cleanse the fuck out of this control point. Stop any weird shit from happening. I wonder, now it says I'm in the investigation sector. It's still not giving me anything. That's so weird. I'm gonna quickly check through these doors. Ooh. Toilet goodies. Never say no to toilet goodies. No toilet goodies. Oh, some here. More safe room goodies. There we go. There you go. Go there. You might. There's still more apparently. There you are.
Of course, the Hiss are already in here.
Yeah, why wouldn't they be? Foot gossip? Hello, my feet gossip at night and now I have to wear shoes to bed. Sincerely, me. Alright, thanks for that. So it's down that way. No, that's not. Okay. I thought that was something else. Hartman arrest. Official arrest report. Offender's name, Hartman Emil. Victim's name, Wake Allen, Anderson Tor, Anderson Odin, Blank, Lane, Rudolph, Desolé, Wendy, Emerson Thomas, Blank. They're all the people that were kept at his lodge, I think. Officer names, Dennis Special Agent Remy. Charges, Code 4, kidnapping of altered individuals, 1 count. Code 8, sanctions against altered organizations, 1 count. Code 37, obstruction of Bureau investigations, 1 count. Code 74, breaching the Ash Act, 6 counts. Additional notes. Offender's property seized as evidence to be used in conjunction with an ongoing AWE investigation. Offender's personal effects have been sent to research for analysis. After being cleared by Bureau researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance orders were assigned to each, except the Anderson brothers, due to their senility, something like that, and Wake, possibly deceased. Yeah, because people still think Alan's just straight up dead, given that after the Cauldron Lake incident, he just never turned up again. Oh, look. That looks like a breakable wall. Thank you. Oh! Find 80% hidden location. Oh, okay. I must have not saved that from the last time I played this. More shaded facets.
Whoa. Looks like the house has gotten a little wild in here.
The oldest house does tend to get a bit quirky at night. Uh-oh. Really? The weapon mods are full? Right, well. Time to have a quick peek around. That's not as good as that one. If I go to the grip, no, that doesn't show all of them. Not worried about energy for headshots. Okay, I'm going to do what I said before. Anything that I'm not using that's level 4. And also that level 3 I just picked up. These level 3s I just picked up. There's nowhere to go up here, so I've got to go back around to that transit tunnel. Whoa, hello.
This darkness is blocking the door. So now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient shadows.
Yep. Welcome to the FBC. Oh, is there nothing in here? Yeah, look at this. New gameplay mechanic. Pick up lights. Shine at darkness. Good old Alan Wake.
Huh? Makes sense.
Pretty good, but she's like, alright. Yeah, I've got to go up this way. Oh. Is that? Oh my god, he got turned into a fucking skeleton. That's horrifying. Okay, drop the light there. Got ourselves a lovely little mold room. Let's see what we got. Ooh. Oh, yeah. If I remember correctly, this room is a side mission later. So I'm not going to destroy those yet, just in case it messes up the side mission. So keep your light with you. Just in case of sentient shadows. The light broke. Good. Harmon. Yeah, I feel like the light waited for the perfect moment for it to be destroyed. And now we're in the operations corridor. Ooh. No, I've only got one ability point, there's no point in that. Surge. Surge fires adhesive munitions that detonate when manually triggered or if they're... Oh, it's a sticky grenade gun. Let's go. Might as well. Let's have a peek at it. Let's do that. Let's just see what it looks like. Okay. That could be fun. But for now, I'm going to go back to my baby, the spin. Maybe once it's upgraded enough. Maybe then I'll give it a go. But for now... we are keeping an eye. Ooh, more plants to talk to, I think. Like I said, we're going to get a place to do side missions in a minute.
The third thing. The sound made darker, the darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched, like a worm through time. The third thing was a monster. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Phaeton.
Uh-oh. Oh boy.
The resonance carves its way through the thing that had been Hartman, vibrating, remolding. The sound changes the darkness, and the darkness changes the sound. They both changed what remained of Hartman. They all turned into something else. A third thing. The sound made darker. The darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched. Stretched as anyone when seen from out of time, like a worm through time. Almost an Ouroboros, a spiral, a maelstrom. The gravity well of a black hole, twisting inward, tightening, taking you deeper and deeper to the bottom, the heart, and through to the other side. The third thing said, when you hear this, you will know you're a new you. He said, we build you till nothing remains. He said, under the conceptual reality, behind this reality, you must want these waves to drag you away. He said, baby, 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 yeah, orange peel. The third thing was a monster. He'd tear apart any ordinary person crossing his path. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Faden. There was nothing ordinary about Faden.
And much like playing Alan Wake 1, we get told about the horrors that are about to befall us just before they appear. I know it's the point, but good lord, that's bright, isn't it? Ooh, that's a recorder. The Shadow. Paranatural entity A-010, aka the Shadow, is an aggressive blank consistent of 3 known types. Type A, local manifestation of sentient blank, capable of occupying organic and inorganic materials, as well as exerting blank over its surroundings. Type B, shaded individuals, human bodies blank by the Shadow. These individuals became notably more aggressive, but do seem to retain blank of their previous selves. Research is ongoing as to whether this condition is reversible. Type C, shaded objects. Similar to Type B, except the inanimate objects are blank solely to be used as destructive tools. Each type seems to work towards a shared goal, possibly targeting certain individuals. See AWE 35, which may imply a shared link to a blank intelligence. The threat this entity poses warrants immediate exploration of offensive/defensive measures. The investigation sector is being outfitted with additional light sources, some internally powered, to prepare for the eventuality of an incident, I assume. That is one thing I do genuinely love about this sort of stuff. The fact that a couple of different people have different names for different things. So, like, Alan called them the Taken and the Darkness, but here they call them the Shadow and shaded individuals, because they've never spoken to each other. They don't know this. Eagle Limited summary. Eagle Limited, AWE 44. Event summary. A train derailment resulting in 62 casualties and numerous injuries was suspected to have been the work of a paracriminal group known as Blank. As a result of this event, the agents discovered that one of the cars had become altered with a persistent auditory event. It remains to be determined whether the AWE was spontaneous or the direct result of the sabotage. Event response. The Bureau had been tracking said group at the time, and the intel gathered suggested an event of this caliber was imminent in Bloomington. As a result, a response team on site was able to respond to the train accident site within minutes of its occurrence. They arrived to find emergency processes underway, but also equipment left behind by the suspected group. The suspicious onlookers managed to elude agents after they attempted to make contact. Further investigation of the accident site revealed a curiously undamaged train car that exhibited an altered state when entered. This individual car was secured and transported to the investigation sector for further studies. Sounds like we might want to keep an eye out for any such train cars. Before I do anything else, let's have a listen to this.
My understanding of the darkness is fragmented, incomplete. this abyss, this void, it very much does not wish to be understood. If light symbolizes knowledge, then it stands to reason that darkness would equate to ignorance. By its very nature, it abhors comprehension. Of course, my own nature drives me to comprehend all. We are opposing forces, destined to collide. And given this conflict of natures, we know that the light of truth will burn away the darkness, both figuratively and literally. Any significant light source can be used as protection, even weaponry against this metaphysical gloom. And then there are the artists. I know for a fact that Tom, Wake, the Anderson brothers, and Lane all had some involvement with the darkness. The question is whether their uncanny ability to affect reality through their art beckons the darkness, or did their work perhaps even create it? With Wake now secure in my lodge, I expect I shall grow closer to learning the answers to these questions. Assuming he cooperates, which is proving quite the challenge. Well, perseverance is the foundation of knowledge. Speaking of, I must be off on my rounds.
Is the tape going to stop? I guess that's the end of it. Yeah, I think it's safe to say I've not missed your voice, Hartman. Just going to quickly change back to the surge, see if I can get rid of that stuff at the bottom of the screen. There's multiple grenades or firing by different. Stop aiming directly into explode them. Sweet. Alright, thank you. Let's have a look around down here. There's so much stuff. Interrogation complaint. Kirkland. So you put me on desk duty just because I did the thing I was fucking hired to do? My job? Wanna know what I call that? Bullshit. Asking us to interrogate these scum without using words like altered item or AWE or paracriminal is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. And I've heard some fucking stupid things. They already know the facts. Hell, they know just as much as us, if not more. And they get to sit there laughing at us while we dance around our words, trying not to leak classified terminology. They already know the fucking terminology. If you think pulling me off the case will stop me, then think again. That piece of shit blew up those tracks. He killed those people. All to make a train turn altered. They have him dead to rights, and you need to let me back in the interrogation cell so I can get him to flip on his buddies. These people are terrorists and deserve to be treated as such. This won't stop unless we stop them. You can go ahead and put me on suspension. See if that slows me down. Agent Hewitt. Well, there seems to be a lot of tension going off between the people here.
Agent Fisher, day 6 inside the motel. Utilized surveillance methods are as follows. Fiber optic cameras slid under the individual room doors. Motion detectors in the lobby area. Tripwire, triggering a flash camera across the main entrance. Even fingerprint powder on the front desk. Results are varying at best. But mostly just inconclusive and unusable. The footage is corrupted. Sometimes even the equipment is damaged. I don't know how, exactly. I think this place is making fun of me. That's the only explanation. I can hear them laughing and screaming behind the closed doors. I can hear the call bell go and ding multiple times a day, but when I look, there's no one there. I know I'm supposed to stay out of sight, but I've seen the doors closing just before I can catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything. They're messing with me, whoever they are. I think... Wait, shh. There's something. I gotta get this. Gotta get the cable out. Come on, you fiber optic fuck, cooperate. Okay, there we go. All right. That was faint, but I definitely heard movement coming from the hallway. I think I might have finally caught one. Ha! The recording better work this time, or I swear to God I'll... What? Hello? Who's there? Oh, shit. I'm with the FBC. Move away from the door. I have a... Where's my...
Uh-oh. Well, that's worrying. I really should have brought the light down here. Oh yay! Toilet research.
Reminder, all employees are required to report their hours at the end of each month. The Federal Bureau of Control maintains that time is not subjective, and hours passed on alternative planes cannot be claimed. Astral dives do not accumulate overtime compensation. Thank you for your attention.
None of these stop. Because that's the third one now that's just continued after it's finished. Worrying. God, there's so much to read. Oh, that is the notice board for more jobs for Marty. This is some more goodies. Launch speed boost. Launch speed on launch kills. Maybe? I'll keep it. Sounds like it could be interesting. NASA Cooperation Review. Following the NASA FBC Coordination Agreement of 1972, the Bureau has provided NASA with numerous technological advancements based on our research, including the black rock lining now found in all spacefaring vessels. In return, all data gathered during space missions is made available for Bureau researchers to analyze. Recently, certain individuals have raised the concern that this relationship does not adequately benefit the Bureau, either intellectually or financially. A thorough examination of the costs accrued by both organizations has shown that the expense of NASA's recent launch of the blank far outweighs any spending related to the processing and delivery of BlackRock. From its medium Earth orbit, the blank will provide the Bureau with an unparalleled resource for remotely monitoring and photographing AWE sites, a resource that will be lost if the partnership ends. It is the opinion of this committee that maintaining a cooperative relationship with our colleagues at NASA is of vital importance. Yeah, it sounds like it would be. Ah, there it is. Fabulous. I'll press the button. And all the lights and enemies turn on. Well, the enemies show up, they don't turn... Anyway. God. That's a lot of people. Death. Okay. Nice and bright now. And I'm going to get this one I missed. The Black Market. The Black Market Hub specializes in the trade of occult talismans, relics, and other assorted ceremonial objects, as well genuine, altered, and paranatural materials was raided in blank Czech Republic by a team of special investigators. Unsuccessful attempts by suspects to escape using altered items resulted in numerous casualties and prevented the Bureau from questioning all participants. The following interrogations revealed that not only is there a vast network of these retailers, but that they seem to be gathering information on altered items and other paranatural materials from sources unknown to the Bureau. The Bureau's concern here is threefold. A. There is a growing underground market for paranatural materials, which implies a growing awareness of their existence amongst a niche group to the general public. B. These criminal individuals do not seem aware of the item's paranatural powers, and their attempt to activate them could prove devastating if done in populated areas. And C. The motivations of these collectors are largely unknown. Yeah, that is a worrying thing. I do love like when stories have like a black market kind of thing. I feel like this universe really, really benefits from knowing that there is a black market somewhere out there. The field research of Hiss entities, Hiss corrupted rangers airborne. This subgroup of Hiss corrupted rangers has manifested the ability to levitate, similar to Hiss elevated agents. However, these airborne Hiss rangers display no telekinetic abilities and simply continue to use mundane Bureau weaponry. This evolution, being so simple to the elevated, possibly indicates that Hiss can share permutations through a type of network or perhaps osmosis. However, the fact that this development in Hiss rangers has only been observed in the investigation sector may indicate that an environmental factor is responsible. They could be responding to an altered item or paranatural element found only in that sector. Or perhaps this is the natural progression of the Hiss ranger's phenotype. Not enough time has passed to determine the conclusive trajectory of developments for each of the Hiss manifestations, assuming any such trajectory exists. I'm going to take a wild guess and say the darkness had something to do with it. That sounds fair. Turn these off. Oh, oops, I missed something. Evade cost after weapon kills. We're going through there. Need to go over here and listen to Artie's gorgeous singing and grab these. Let's go to the mold.
Vents, they are full of mold shit. It's not good for you. Headache, nausea, mold, depression. How can you tell when you are in?
Oh, he's just still going. Nourish the plants.
Have done standing up. Lighten them up.
Oh yeah, I've got to shine light at
More
them.
plants. Alright, let's go make some new friends.
And last but not least,
Darkness everywhere.
burn the dark.
New day, same old bloody city, says the old lady. Like tar but good for nothing. Get rid of it.
I looked in there, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Let's have a look at these missions. Eradicate the mold. Find mess. Nourish the plants. Let's start doing these, because these are... Oh god, there's a couple of them. I forgot about that. It's not just one location where there are mold and plants. Oh yeah, you can see I've already started finishing up the mold in the abandoned office. I'll take this out here, because we just saw, didn't we? Over here. This, it needs a bit of light.
There you go. Doesn't that feel better?
Okay, that's in the operations corridor, which is all the way through here, apparently. Before I go, I'm just going to check there's no more plant here that I've missed. There's one. I nearly missed that.
Welcome back to the land of the living, little buddy.
And here's the last one, in this section at least. I'm going to drop that. And where was that mold room I saw? Down here. There it was. Ah, damn it. There we go. Well, that's this room done. And 2 rooms very far away I haven't even got to yet. So let's have a look at Nourish the Plants. Office is still. And a loading bay I'm not even close to yet. I'm going to assume that the new plants are somewhere out here. Yeah, that would make sense. Let's go have a wander, shall we? There's one. Perfect. I thought we're not in those offices anymore. I'm going to go back this way first before I go any further away from here. I have a feeling that tonight's going to be a good night. And I'm also fairly certain. Destroy the bloody wall! Here we go. Is there one here? Yes, there's one directly there. There we go. Nice one. Yeah, I just put back on my favourite outfit. It's the golden suit she gets. I think it's a really cool suit. Where is this last big plant? Is it up here somewhere? Doubt it. One of those. Is it in the middle here somewhere? Nope. Maybe it is further down and I'm just wrong about how far away everything is. Oh god. Yeah, I'm not going any further down. Oh, Jesus! That genuinely scared the shit out of me. Oh. Yeah, let's keep looking for that plant. One here. Will it be in here? No. Where counts as the abandoned offices? Maybe it's somewhere over here? You mind? Where the fuck did you go? Where did you go? Hello? Where are you? There you are. The sound hasn't stopped. Where? Where are you? There you are. Okay, good. Well, excuse me. There it is. Fab. Now. Delete that. That's that one done. The mold is in places I can't get to yet. And the darkness is in places I haven't got to yet. Let's... Did I get... Yeah, I did. I'm gonna run back to this one and just fast travel to the next. Ooh. More surge as well. Yeah, that one. Let's go. Let's manage. Oh, good. Just here. Active investigation. Oh, God.
I don't feel right. Something in this darkness is draining me.
Oh, boy. Yeah, look at my energy at the top. If I go in the darkness, it hurts. Oh, hello. Quickly. There's nothing I can do here yet. I don't have any power cords, so let's just do this. I sure hope nothing bad and scary appears over here.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
Now what?
Uh-oh.
What is that?
Hi, Hartman?
Come on, elevator, time to go.
Dr. Amelia was desperate.
Oh, God.
So you don't like the light. I can use that.
There we go. So, yeah. Now we've seen Emil. He's not doing good. And I think we can all collectively say, good. Fuck that guy. Oh, God. Over here. Nope. Just this one next. Well, he is fucking horrifying. one more just up there. There it is. God no, Jesse, please. There we go. There's more stuff to read all around this room, but first, turn the lights on.
Yeah, how do you like that?
Okay. Hartman's background. Dr. Emil Hartman is an academic psychotherapist that owned and operated a recovery center in Bright Falls, Washington, focused on the treatment of artists struggling with creative block and other mental disorders. Publicly, Dr. Hartman's treatment center seemed unremarkable in its methods and purpose. Privately, however, Dr. Hartman was abusing his patients in order to utilize any latent blank abilities they may possess in the aim of shaping blank to his own benefits, which has earned him a Class II paracriminal designation. Note, for more on the link between artists and their ability to blank reality through artistic mediums, see file blank. Investigation has proven that Dr. Hartman's illegal endeavors were conducted alone. After being approached by the Bureau during the blank investigation, he displayed no remorse or intention to cease his actions. Dr. Hartman was taken into custody, evaluated, and released blank months later, having been deemed a negligible threat. His medical license has been permanently revoked. Good. Fucking good. Never let that man near another person as long as he lives. Or whatever you count the thing that he has become.
Arcade machines.
Oh god, I forgot about this.
Shoot.
The arcade allows Jesse to access a variety of games derived from... Oh, okay. Yeah, that's just a little side game thing. I'm gonna leave it for now and be honest. Not that it's not fun, it's just obviously I have played this game so many times before. Night Springs screenplay, page 1. Note, this screenplay was found after the Bureau acquired the Night Springs television series and all its past episode scripts. It appears to be written by Alan Wake as part of an application to become one of the show's writers. Night Springs spec script. Episode, Over the Threshold Darkly, by Alan Wake. Host, VO. It is only human nature to wish to control the forces around us, and even more so to possess them. But what happens when those forces are not ours to claim, or even this world? What if they are the things you can discover in Night Springs? Interior, Secret Lab, night. We are in a secret lab. The large signs on the wall read the Federal Bureau of Night Springs. Scientist, I've told you several times, Director, it isn't ready. Director, it's ready when I say it's ready, Doctor. Scientist, but the being beyond the portal, we have no control over it. Well, that sounds familiar. Unfortunately, give me 1 second, I'm going to have to pause again. I can hear my dog being annoying. I'll be right back. And I'm back. One second, let me just get myself comfy again. There we go. Right, where was I? Oh yeah, we just beat the piss out of Hartman. Goodies. Let's go. Ballistic ground slam boost. Ground slam damage after weapon hits. Once again, not really needed. I'm kind of in a stride at the minute with the stuff I have got. Ooh, no reading. Vending machine procedures. None known. Testing in the investigation sector is currently ongoing. A vending machine, its front covered in a faux wood panel, coin operated, buttons for selecting food products. The item generates and stores a variety of materials, both edible and otherwise, in its rows of internal trays. Initial testing suggests the item reacts to the mind of the individual in closest proximity and will produce whatever they subconsciously desire. Attempts to cause the item to create a living blank have consistently failed. Why would you want to make a living thing, you absolute psychopaths? The vending machine was discovered in a nursing home in Blank, Alberta, after a resident named Muriel Blank called the local news station about a magic vending machine. The news story reported that the nursing home staff was purposefully stocking the machine with distinctive foods and objects as a way to raise resident spirits. The Bureau's response team encouraged this story while confiscating the item. That's fair. Going further down the lift. I saw that.
Brian Hennerman, 21 years old, resident of Southern Texas.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I really don't understand why I'm here.
You know what you did, Mr. Hennerman.
I do?
Tell me about Delivery Disaster.
The movie? I mean, it wasn't very good.
That's not what your review said, but we'll come back to that. Tell me where you got the movie from.
Movie night with a K, not an N, not night like nighttime, but...
Who contacted you? Who told you to review that film?
No one. I just did it because it looked obscure. I didn't even like the movie. I shouldn't have given such a high score, but reviewing obscure films makes you look smart. And I thought if I looked smart, I would get listeners. My podcast would take off and I could move out of my parents' basement and maybe even go to college and get a film degree like I've always wanted to. I swear. I swear, I swear, I swear.
Okay, the kid doesn't know shit. I'm ending the session.
So that was Brian. If I remember correctly, he was the one that found a bunch of tapes that the movie camera made that were less than ideal. Anyway, let's head on.
What are you doing in investigations?
Jesus, don't scare me like that, Langston.
If you're talking right now, I can't hear you. It's a one-way system. Try to find an intercom.
Rifles AWE.
Langston, it's me, Jesse.
I know. I can see you on the monitors. The cameras in there haven't worked since we sealed that sector off a couple years back.
Let me guess. You sealed it because of the monster guy.
Wait, did you see Dr. Hartman? Jesus, I really wish you hadn't opened that fire break. Okay, listen, you need to find Hartman and kill him before he gets out into the Bureau.
That thing is a person?
He was a person. We brought him here to study after he was, altered in an AWE. I forget the medical word for what happened, but now light physically hurts him. Do you have a flashlight?
No.
A lantern? Headlamp? Oh yeah, flare gun. Oh, Christmas lights. You could wrap them around your...
I don't have any of those, Langston.
Shit.
Everyone loves Barry.
Okay, well, I'm sure you'll think of something. I'll keep an eye on you from the Panopticon. This is kind of exciting, right?
Maybe from where you're standing.
Right, okay. Well, break a leg. Oh, why did I say that?
Okay, this Hartman thing can't have gotten very far. Let's go full flush them out.
The third thing.
Langston was right. This is kind of exciting.
It's just nice to have someone to talk to, you know? Ever since I
Ego
got put in
limited
charge
that
of the
way,
Panopticon, people
or
treat me
from,
different, like I'm crazy for
go
wanting
this
to
way.
work with altered items.
Sorry, Langston.
People just don't understand the
Corridor. Oh, I know. Oh, I would have thought there was something back here. Damn. This way. Oh, good. Another turnstable. Oh, I hope I can dodge under that. Right. There was. Hold on, before I go any further. The mold was down there, and the plants were all the way over there, and the darkness was also. There's two of them over this way. Okay. Well, let's carry on till we get down to that bottom corner there. Oh, joy of joys. Meow. Will you just fucking die? There we go. Full sight. I'm coming over to you. Smash. Yeah, where are you? Music hasn't stopped. God. Oi! You think up behind me? Jammy git. Can I go this way? I assume I can come back from this way then. In that case. Quick peek down here before I head off. Doesn't know if there's anything down here, but you'll have to check. Where am I? Okay. It's the way forward. Yeah, because this is all blocked up. Any secrets up here? Nope. Let's just crash on ahead then. God, it's getting dark again. Okay. There we go. gonna yoink this. This wasn't one of those. No, it wasn't. Ah, I see. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Just do that. Watch that. Grab that back. Just in case. You good dumbass. Ooh. Ranger station. That is good to know. It's just another turnstile. Oh, it's close. Run. Great, we've got explodey boys. But they're healing quick. Oh no. Oh. We could destroy this thing like now. Or hopefully. To my side, please. Fabulous. Well, have a forklift. You specifically have a forklift. Oh, Christ. Okay. I got that sorted out. Jesus. Settings on lantern. Right. Now I just keep heading up. Is that way? Yeah, it's that way. Let's see any secrets. Utility corridor, yep, that's the way forward, so let's quick peek around. It's an Alan Wake DLC, of course I'm taking the big light with me. Ooh, is this one of the darkness things I have to destroy?
Alright, Ati.
Yes.
Was this what you had in mind?
Read. Let me read. Brain missing. To the good for nothings at the security check. I know you took part of my brain when you put me through that metal detector. I'm not stupid. I know what they're really for. What I don't know is whether taking part of my brain causes me to lose my memories or to lose sleep. I've been told if you lose sleep, you lose everything else too. That's where you trick us, regular people. Now, I don't know which it is, and I can't remember what you did to me. But I can tell you this much. I don't find it funny at all. I want my memories back. If you can be sure the next time I visit the Baltimore-Washington International Thurgood Marshall Airport, I will come and find you and make you fix what you broke. Sincerely, I don't think I will be signing this with my real name. Like I said, I'm not stupid. You can just mind your own business. Sounds like we're having a good time. That's right. Quick look around. Just make sure I'm not missing any darkness by accident. I know it's really close to the other one, but never be too sure with darkness. Like there. Yoink. So I now have double darkness defeating powers. Must be here somewhere, right? There it is. If I remember correctly, somewhere around here is was it the plants? Or was it the mold? It was the mold. Keep it, not on that one, on this. Smashable. It probably is, but I have a feeling I've been through here. Let's find out. Ooh, I have them. Oh, interesting. Both. Whoa. Why so blue? Okay. Sorry, it's the same flavour of blue that the ocean view lights are. And for a second I was convinced it was like, you press that giant light 3 times and it takes you to the ocean view. Okay, I guess this just takes me back to the, yeah, back to there. Can Where's the bit I came from? Up there. Oh, there it is. I can't reach that, so I do have to actually go back this way. Oh well, got some nice goodies out of it. God, it's dark. Oh, I shouldn't have left the light behind. Can I still see it from down here? I don't fall down. Nope, can't reach it. Oh, there's no one over here. Thank God. Oh, Jesus.
Shit.
Ah, fuck. Quickly before I actually start anything. I say as I've already started something. Oh, it's the mold! That was a mold dude. Ah, yes, of course. Oh, okay, it did work. Is there everything in here? Yep, there's everything in here. Night Spring Screenplay, page 2. The robust director shoves the nerd-like scientist aside and heads for the portal control panel. He slams the on button with a determined fist. Director, all the more reason. The entire screen is filled with dangerous red. Then it fades away, and we see that the 2 men are in another dimension. The air ripples around them as if they were a 1983 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am sitting in the Texas sun after a 5 days road trip. Internal, unknown dimension, night. Scientist, what have you done? You've doomed us all. Director, Control yourself, Doctor. Where's this beast of yours? Scientist. Right there, sir. A horrible, shapeless, shifting entity fills the horizon. It can't be described. That's how horrible it is. Director. What a thing of beauty you've been keeping from me. Yeah, it's really starting to feel like Alan Wake accidentally wrote Control. In. In! Oh. Oh, I forgot about this room. Oh, this is going to be hell. Oh, God.
Did the Hartman thing do all this?
Yeah, look at all the cables on the floor. This door needs 2. This door needs 1. It's one of these kind of puzzles. So yeah, that one just needs the 1. I can do with that. This one over here needs 2, but I need to follow which 2 specifically. I think they're colour-coded though. Let's see, so that one goes all the way over there to that one there. Open the door to the 3rd. Now I have 3. Oh god, this one needs all 4. Here's this one that needs 3. This one goes here. I think these are all the orange ones, so... Oh, dickhead. Nope. That one. Right, I'm done something wrong. Let's see, this one wanders this way and then goes up to that one, so that one's correct. This one slithers down this way and then bounces over there to that one, so that's correct. This one isn't correct. Oh, because this one goes up to the top there. Okay. So the other one makes around and goes here. Now we have the 4th. Yeah. I need to put all these in the blue ones. That one there. No. That one there. Bad. Now I get all the goodies. Now I just need to put 2 of these in the yellow ones. Open this up here. Where am I? Let me just make sure I haven't accidentally walked past any of these things. That's over in the other AWE area. That's also in the other AWE area. And this one's not until the big room. Okie dokie. Oh man, I can't get through here. Ooh. Good old fashioned pull the fence off. Or pull the vent off. There we go. Sweet. Ooh. Oh, we're here. Sweet. We're literally just around the corner from where we started. Perfect. 2 ability points. Can I do anything with these? Get more ground slam. Construct wise, I can upgrade the surge. Might as well do that as much as possible. And here, get more personal mods. Let's have a look. Evade ammo refund. Nah. Shield boost. Oh, I don't use shield. Launch health recovery. Health recovery on launch hits. Oh, hang the fuck on. I might do that because I lose a lot of health quickly. Ammo recovery on evade used could be quite good. You know what? For now, I'm going to do the thing I keep saying about. Take away all the level 4s. Because I am... Oh, Jesus, I'm getting a lot. Yeah, I'll keep it like that for now. Level 3 can go, level 3 can go. I'll keep that because that sounds interesting, but I doubt I'm ever going to use it. I'll put it on there. Let's see if there's something to do. Open the back one as well? Nope. Ooh. The Eagle Limited AWE. There's that train they were talking about.
Lots of dark corners to hide in.
Yeah.
Oh
god. Oh god. Oh god, no. Oh god, no. This is terrible. Where am I? What is happening? Oh, well, I think I'm about to die. I moved the train along, that's grand. There, okay. In here. There's another dude here somewhere. Quick. Fucking quick. Well, I tried. At least now I've kind of got more of an idea of what I'm doing. I press the button. This light goes off, but that light comes on. Smash. Okay, they're both dead now. Let's wait for the train to get here. At least I'm doing this with motion help this time. Yep. Dead. No, I said dead. Ooh. Okay, ooh. There's a light in here. And boobies. Let's move the train from one side to the other. Like it is. Thank you. Over this side? Yeah, this side. What's missing? Can't press this. Oh, it's still moving. Fab. Hello, Hartman. Jesus. Just smashing through a house ship. No, I've done that. Oh, I could do the Eagle Limited AWE. I'll do that in a second. For now, what was it in this room? Was it the darkness? Yes. A bunch of darkness in this room somewhere. Not only do I need to find it, I need to find a light source to destroy it with. Anyone seen a torch? Or something? Nope. Nope. See what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go up there. Oh, there's gonna be something useful up here. Eagle Limited Supplement. The Bureau has gathered concrete evidence that the train derailment was in fact the work of the paracriminal group known as Blank, which, according to the Bureau's intel, has shown a concerning interest in experimenting with the artificial manufacturing of altered materials. Knowing the group largely operates in the American Midwest, the Bureau worked alongside the FBI to ascertain their movements and rendezvous locations. This cooperation provided agents with information that led to the arrest in conjunction with the AWE case. Under suspicion of involvement, Blank was brought in for questioning. An interrogation performed by Agent Blank resulted in the subject being kept in a holding cell for 2 days without food in breach of the Paracriminals Rights Act. Afterwards, the suspect confessed to his involvement in the Blank group and provided information on the other members in exchange for his freedom. Well, sounds like that dude we saw a thing about really did go a little bit above and beyond, if that's the right word for it, in trying to catch this group. Somewhere in these dark corners, in this big fuck-off open room. I think that's one up there, actually. Yeah. There's a bunch of darkness hiding in this room. There's another one. Oh, there's a light near it as well. Go down. Just gonna come out and say it. I think some of these rooms in the oldest house are too damn big. Normally you see little like darkness wisps. Ooh, almost. Nothing. Gotta be around here somewhere, right? Ooh, there's another torch up here. Should mean it's somewhere. Unless this is by the first one we found. I think this might be by where we found the first one. Alright there, buddy. Sorry, my dog's just turned up to come say hi to me. I'll listen to that in a second. Oh, is that something? There it is. Finally. Good, good. What was this one? Other side. I think the others, this one and this one, were on the other side, weren't they? Yeah. So I might. Look at the alternate item. And listen to this.
Agent Guthrie, interrogation 4C pertaining to the Eagle Limited incident and its subsequent, state alteration.
Look, buddy, I have no clue what you're talking about.
So you deny being a part of a radical group aiming to affect inanimate objects in a manner that would yield, unusual results?
Yeah, I deny. But hey, tell me more about these results. They sound real unusual.
I'm sure you recognize that the measures this group of yours takes to achieve their goals can be considered acts of terrorism.
Goals? Measures? You're being very vague. Did you know you're being very vague?
All right, 62 dead. Passengers and crew, innocent people. Still sound vague to you?
You might as well stop wasting both our time. I won't say anything, and you can't say anything. I know you can't.
Tell you what I can do. I can throw your sorry ass in one of our cozy containment cells. You can rot there until you're ready to talk. Or you could just save us both the trouble and tell me all about how you're going around creating altered items. How's that sound? Did you really think we wouldn't catch on to you? We always do. Always. So you might as well come clean. For your sake.
I think I'll just talk to my lawyer instead.
That's not how it works around here, buddy. But tell you what, why don't I leave you here to think on it for a while? See you in a couple of days.
Wait!
Yikes. Sorry to do this to you guys again. I can hear someone downstairs. I just need to go quickly check on something. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Apparently everything's go today for me. I'm going to do this little side mission. Yeah, I've been on my stream for 3 hours. There we go. Connect with the train. Yeah, I remember this one. All of these make different lines of dialogue, and we just have to put them in chronological order.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard the Eagle Limited bound for Chicago. Please have your tickets ready and enjoy the ride.
Good evening, all you fine-looking folks.
So that's everyone getting.
Here's some smooth tunes to ease your minds and please your ears as we wait for that delicious dinner to roll right on in.
That's waiting for dinner. This is dinner being served.
Next stops, Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. That's Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. Tickets, please. Tickets.
The sound of it flashing. And this is a fire. Okay. I think it's...
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen,
Good afternoon.
welcome aboard the Eagle Limited bound for Chicago. Please have your tickets ready and enjoy the ride.
Springfield. Tickets, please.
Smooth tunes to ease your minds and please your
this. Okay, that's a lot of words. Well, I don't need another bureau light at the minute. I don't know whether it's because I did it too quickly. Oh, no, I did it. It counted it. Fab.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you have a ticket?
Perfect.
You had a pretty...
And I've got a new one of these. But do this before she starts talking. The item's altered effect can be avoided by simply not entering it. Proper signage and barriers should provide sufficient containment. The item is currently held in the investigation sector's AWE's West Hangar for ongoing investigations. The item's exterior is that of a standard CZ-10 Vista Dome train car, the largest known altered item on record. Its interior seems to be as adjacent reality related to the trauma or memory of belonging to a blank, and not the physical item's own history. Causation for this link is still to be determined, but possibilities include the outside interference possibly responsible for the item's altered state or trauma imprinting via shared memory states. Background. The item was discovered when the Bureau responded to a suspected crime in the Bloomington, Illinois. The item was identified as an altered item and transported to the Bureau for examination and testing. See AWE 44 for further details.
Pretty dark ride, huh?
Okay.
But I hope you're done replaying it now.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Okay, just gotta go through this little sector here. And then I might call it there for the day. Like I say, it's been a long day. I've got no clues. Ooh, more reading. Shaded specimen capture. An alert from the Blank Washington monitoring station indicated minor blank activity occurring in the area. Agent Estevez was dispatched to investigate. Inside the Blank Lodge, she discovered the facility's former owner, Dr. Emil Hartman. He had been converted into a shaded individual, per definitions found in file and displayed violent behavior characteristics of its type. Agent Estevez alerted the on-site research team to the specimen's presence, and, with some difficulty, it was successfully contained in a Black Rock cell. The cell and its inhabitant were transported safely back to HQ, where the specimen remains detained in the Blank sector as part of the Blank AWE investigation. Once the investigation is closed, research teams have petitioned to relocate the specimen to their sector for study. Of course they have. Now everyone wants a piece of Hartman. Maybe sneaking down here quickly. Got my knee. Not yet. Oh, it's dark. My God. God, this area is confusing. Did I check? Nope, radio still does nothing. Ooh. Employee misdemeanor. Agent Samuel Turnbull committed a misdemeanor while performing his duties as a supervising agent of Project Black, designed to help undercover agents reassimilate to office duties. The incident began when Agent Turnbull refused one of the operatives' entry into the oldest house, claiming that they had been compromised. The situation escalated as Agent Turnbull attempted to force a confession out of the bastard. The injuries inflicted upon the victim required a trip to the medical wing. Agent Turnbull denied any guilt, maintaining that the victim was some sort of pod person, and that he, unlike his colleagues, could see their true intentions, to use the Bureau's connections to climb the ranks of government and eventually into the Oval Office. Action taken. Despite breaching Bureau Offence Code 45, Agent Turnbull was given a leave of absence with full pay due to his sterling record. He will be required to undergo a psychological evaluation upon his return. Yeah, if he returns, you mean. Right. Let's head on. Right, I'm just pursuing Hartman through here at the minute. Open door there. Nope. Bloody hell, it's dark in here. Any more up? Nope. Smash. I said smash. Motel complaint. Hey Stu, did you hear about Fisher? Got himself in trouble in the motel. Why the hell does anyone volunteer to stake out that place? Gives me the creeps. But hey, at least he came back, if you can call it that. I saw some of the footage they pulled out of there with him. Tom, down in evidence processing, showed me. Crazy stuff. Fisher had the cameras pointed at himself half the time. I'm guessing he went nuts on day one. He did catch something, though. Got one of those fibre optic cameras under the door of the room he was hiding in and recorded something out in the hall. Looked like a shadow, maybe human? Tom tried to get the quality up, but it's still blurry as fuck. Just reaffirms my position. Stay the fuck out of the motel. Anyway, up for some shoom later? Lisa got up to an hour and 38 minutes yesterday. New records beat. See ya, Dave. Oh, a little bit more information about the dude we heard. Anything in here before I go forward? Nope. Yeah, I'm going to finish this Pursue Hartman bit, go back to investigations, and then I think I might call it there for the day. Oh, actually, no, this is going to take a while. I'm gonna stop here for now and continue this on next time. So I will say thank you everyone who tuned in to watch. Before I go, I need to remember to do this. If you would like to join me and my friend Iris's Discord, here's the link to that. And if you want to check out my YouTube, where I upload all the VODs to all my streams, there is that as well. But yes, thank you everyone who turned up to watch this. It's been lovely playing this game again. and I will see you on the next stream. Bye bye now.